Hi Devanjali, I'm Ayush and I'm taking
Mm,
your interview because I
mm,
got a college assignment
okay.
in real estate domain and the topic is around rental properties and the traditional property brokers that we have around. Okay,
Mm.
so could you just introduce yourself in the beginning?
In Devanjali Britain, I studied BYU and I passed out this year.
Okay, that sounds great to me. थोड़ा सा loud है ना from the next question.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sure. So how, could you just let me know what is the typical use of technology, app or website in your day-to-day life?
Basically, what all things you can do online, even booking, as you said about the topic, checking for new plots, checking for new food, new places, navigation, basically everything.
No, in real estate domain, sorry.
Okay. In real estate domain, mostly it's the availability
Uh-huh.
and the types of flats and the properties you get, like apartment or is it a shared flat, those things.
So how often do you use it? Like, if you can let me know the time period, something like that, once a year.
I I actually used it quite often because I changed my place a few times, like 4 times
Okay.
in the past 3 years. So I was using it, but finally, instead of finding a place through a broker app, I mostly found it through OLX. So that brokerage doesn't apply and people put, rooms for rent directly without the broker there. So mostly I'm using that right now for properties.
Okay, that sounds good to me. And so could you just walk me through your process, how you find your current rental property?
My current rental property I got through basically I found it on nobroker.com. My roommate found it through nobroker.com
Uh-huh.
and she is in the real estate field, so she got the direct contact
Okay.
and that is how we got it. And but still we had to pay brokerage, but we didn't have to pay the app fees or anything. But if somebody wanted to book through the app, you have to give the fees and tax and all.
Right. Right. And how long did it take to find your current flat?
1 month.
1 month, fuck.
Yeah, because we are bachelors we are bachelors and we need no restrictions, no restriction at night. Then society should accept us. So it's a bit it's a bit of a hassle for bachelors, especially girls, because mostly we have curfews and everything.
Right. And how many flats did you visit before finalizing this one?
I guess three.
3 flats, okay.
Mm.
Sure. Okay, so were the platforms really interactive like in this domain?
I would say like No Broker and Magic Bricks, they are good. Like you can specify a lot of things in which you want the type of place, the restrictions, then
Mm.
like girls only or like there is full freedom. Like the customization and search is really good.
Okay.
But so we search there itself and to avoid brokerage, we take the name of that flat or the seller and put
Mm-hmm.
it in OLX. So that's how we like bargain or cut financial costs out. But those two apps are pretty good. Like everyone is using it. I feel even the local people they do put their ads there. So I feel it's really good.
Okay. So, what were your main actions while using such apps? Like, what was your things that you used to
See,
have it
there is a
automatically?
lot of limitations because we were using the free version. So
Okay.
I can maximum do is share or take the number or get the location and then search it somewhere else, or else we have to pay a fee. So
Okay.
I was planning to get the membership if I didn't get any place so that I can contact people. But thankfully I did get the contacts before that.
Okay. So anything that you use very often on that apps, like any options, any. things?
Any option, mostly it's sharing with people like college friends, like if they want to shift. It's mostly about making them aware that there are places, check these
Mhm.
out and contact them. It's more
Okay.
sharing and the availability.
Okay, okay. And how would you describe the interface and user experience of this platform?
I would say if you're not a tech savvy person, you would, struggle a bit because obviously real estate, there are a lot of details,
Right.
lot of information, lot of actions. So I think you need a moderate amount of knowledge to navigate through it seamlessly.
Right, right.
But you cannot say it's, the UI is crowded because these information are important, like how we see in a CMS app for content management and all.
Right,
It
right.
needs to be there, but maybe if we think about it, we can simplify it.
Okay, okay. Okay. Anything that you disliked about such apps?
Anything which I disliked is obviously the pop-up push notifications when I don't want it
Right, right.
or when I'm not looking on it, and basically push notifications. Like now these apps I guess offer what rental painting, rental repairs, those things I guess they are offered.
Right,
It's
right.
not just a real estate app I guess. So
Mhm.
I get these unwanted notifications and sometimes calls too. So I usually uninstall it when I'm done with it.
Okay. And any thing that you really liked about such apps?
What I really liked about it is how detailed it is. Like they will write like every single detail, like the house is facing this side, the
Right, right.
bedroom is facing that side, and nearby landmarks, locations. Like these are all necessary fields, like which the seller has to put in for.
Right,
So
right.
these, the eight long procedure, but still those are quite fields. So yeah.
Okay. So we will just move on to the next question. Anything that you find frustrating or challenging during this procedure?
The amount of time it takes to see. I was a seller too on it when I
Yeah.
shifted from my when I shifted from my third place to the fourth place, I had to find a replacement.
Okay.
So I put it on OLX everywhere. And like the OLX is, I guess OLX was a bit more easy to,
Right.
post your ads. And Magic Bricks and No Broker, 95acre.com, all these like need a lot of details if you want to put it, because they are like purely rental and apartments and these kinds of websites and apps, right? So the input procedure, that is a really long procedure.
Okay. Procedure.
Yeah, I guess that's all. Other than that, everything is fine. Like the UX is good only. As I said earlier, a moderate tech savvy person can navigate, and even localites are using it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's fine.
Okay, and we'll just move. So, any
Uh,
one major improvement to increase the efficiency of such app?
maybe maybe the user might be in a rush, or like he might be putting his ad in a rush or something.
Okay.
So this is like just from my side. I didn't do much research. Maybe you can fill the basic details first and
Uh-huh.
later fill the secondary details like the
Okay.
landmark and house is facing this way. See, those are all secondary things. But for some people, those are really important things.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there can be an option to just fill the primary details, and the app can give push notifications later, maybe after 2 days or 3 days. Like remind the
Right,
person
right.
that you have to fill these, and then only your ad will, last more longer, or people will see it.
Right,
So
right, right.
something like that. And then maybe UI change. Same thing, like you can hide details
Right,
and
right.
These two things. I guess the rest is fine from their point of view. Like if they do want to make money, they have to add the painting and repair and all. So I guess these two things.
Right. Okay, so any thoughts or anything that we didn't cover during this conversation, but you would like to, share with me?
Uh, I see. Mm, I feel these apps are really useful, but
Hmm.
because of the free availability and no brokerage on OLX, it's a big competition.
Okay.
So maybe there can be something like if these apps want to bit more financially friendly,
Okay, okay.
the money to
Mm-hmm.
it can be like see how Spotify gives you student account, how Adobe gives you student account.
Right,
So
right.
if it's financially possible and feasible for these apps to provide things like these, then maybe it's good. And then if you are a student, then see automatically the app search results would be filtered. You don't even have to filter it.
Right, right, right.
So this is another point which I felt we can work on. So yeah.
Yeah, that was actually the last point was so insightful, man. You just gave me
Thank you.
it just gave me a good idea, and yeah, it was actually insightful, and thank you for the interview.